Welcome back to Front Row. We're back with a brand new season, which is powered by Dialog. And as usual, as we've had with previous seasons, we're going to feature top-level experts, top-level resources to give you more insights as to what's going on in the business community, both locally and internationally. And today is no different. We have with us Mr. Roland, who is the president of the Singapore Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, here with us today to discuss a bit more on the business relationship between the two countries. So welcome, and thanks for being our first guest in this new season.
Thank you.
Let me just start off with our first question, which is, I think recently in January we saw the two ministers signing off on the FTA, and it was recently implemented. I know it's a bit too early to get into some of the specifics, but what do you see as some of the outcomes from such an agreement in fostering the business relationship?
Sure, I think the FTA that we signed in January, they expired. There are our Singapore business opportunity, and there will be a lot of benefit between both country business people, and that's what why we are here today to look at Sri Lanka and see any opportunity there that we can come in together with Sri Lankan people to do business together.
Right. And when you're talking about the opportunities, being very specific as well, what are some of the opportunities Singaporean firms are seeing beyond the FTA? Some of the investment opportunities, trade opportunities that your chamber, for example, is seeing on the horizon?
Yeah, especially you look at the infrastructures. Singapore has been going through the internalization and build up very good infrastructures. And right now we can see that Sri Lanka have been doing a lot of infrastructure projects, especially the port that we saw, and also the infrastructure of the transport system. I think that one is very surprising that we are look at Sri Lanka compared to many years ago. There's a great difference. So I think there is a lot of great opportunity for Singaporeans to actually come here to look at infrastructure projects, even your tourism, and also even your agriculture product. That is something that we are very interested in. And also some services product and education will be another good field that both countries business people can cooperate together.
Right. Yeah. So I think we just saw it from the angle of the Singaporean firms coming here and seeing opportunities. If you were to reverse that and see some of the opportunities, maybe the Sri Lankan firms that you're even in discussion with, what are some of the opportunities they can gain from maybe possible opportunities within Singapore?
Yeah. Well, you look at the geographical position of Sri Lanka. It's actually the hub of the South Asia. They think they are connected to India and the Middle East and even South Asia. But Singapore also the same, because Singapore is a very strategic location in South Asia. So you talk about Maritime Silk Road. Singapore have also involved in this Maritime Silk Road as well. But another thing that Singapore also very involved also in the Belt and Road project in China. So I thought Sri Lanka and Singapore should be able to cooperate together. I think both strategic location will be make both countries, the business people can get together, especially Sri Lanka people. If we want to go to South Asia, I think to start any business over there, I think Singapore will be a good spot for Sri Lankan people to actually go to Singapore, because we are financial center, and we are both legally, British colonial before. So there's a lot of law and order that we are both countries very similar for before. So I think it's very good for Sri Lankan business people, community people to go to Singapore, set up a base there, and then we can work together, and we work from Singapore, and we can both joint venture into the third world country. The third country, in South Asia.
So I think in summary for our viewers, it's opportunities that are here within tourism, within the infrastructure space, within agriculture that Singaporean firms are seeing, and for the Sri Lankan firms venturing into Singapore. It's not only about Singapore, but plugging into the region,
Yes.
but also the opportunities that are coming up with initiatives like the Belt and Road
Yes.
initiative.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Roland,
you.
for being
Thank
on
you.
the show.
Thank you.
And stay tuned for episodes such as this on Front Row.